So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the controllers. Basically, when you do the testing with your kit and you're trying to adjust it to help get some things taken care of, if that makes sense. So basically, let's just do pH. If on the test kit you do pH and you find that your pH is 7.3 and you look at this controller, it says 7.5. All you need to do is push this button once, set, push this button again, calibrate. And then these arrows, you can go up and down. Now, when you're totally done, okay, 7.3, that's what my thing said. So now you can go right back to auto. And then now it's 7.3. Let's say you take your test kit and it says 7.5. You're like, okay, I gotta fix this. You push this button again, go to calibrate, and push the button up. 7.5, okay, now I can go back to auto. That's all you do with pH. Now, if for some reason the pool upstairs you're trying to get the pH to match, you're at 7.6 and you're like, wow, I'm at 7.6 and I really need to get this down to 7.3. I'm not sure what's going to make you do that, but let's just say you're trying to get it down. Now you go to set, not calibrate, you go to set and you set it for 7.3. You go back and see how that kicked on the feed there? Now it's pumping acid to try to get that down to 7.3. Same thing, if you say, oh, I really wanted to get it to 7.6, you set it for 7.6, go back to auto, and this feed will shut off in a second. It will run for a minute from before. There you go, it's shut off. Now it's going to allow it to go up to 7.6. So I'm going to put it back to 7.5, that where I had it, and let it be. If for some reason you're trying to, if you're messing with this button, it's going to let you go to off and manual. Never leave it on manual because it will pump until the tank is empty. You always, if you're trying to just for some reason you're trying to give it a boost, that's what you do. I wouldn't definitely stay right here. Don't walk away. And when you think you got it where you want it, then you go back to auto. OPR, this is the chlorine. Now the chlorine is, if you test the chlorine over on your stuff there, and it's low, you know, it's 1.5, and you want to get it to 2 or 3, whatever you're trying to do. The only thing you do with that is once it's stabilized, then you go, okay, set it. It's 770. At 770, I got a reading of 1.5. I want to go higher. I want to get it to 2. You go to set and you just bring it up 5 at a time. I would do 5, put it back to auto, and leave it go. Come back a couple hours later. Don't do it right away. Come back a couple hours later, see how it looks, test it again, and if it's if it's good, it's at 2. Well, then you don't need to do anything else. If it's still not where you want it, you go to set again and you bump it up 5 more and go back to auto. Or let's say it's 3. Say your test kit says, oh, it's 3 now. So now you're like, oh, I want to get it down to 2. So once again, you go to set, bring it down 5 at a time, go back to auto and see what it does. Come back in a couple hours. If it's still not low enough, go to set and bring it down 5 more. Now it's at 770 and boom, boom, boom. Same thing here. Now this button here, off or manual feed. Sometimes you're going to want to feed it manual. Don't walk away. Get it where you want to go and then get back to auto. Don't walk away in manual. It'll pump out that whole tank over there. Don't want to do that. So there you go. That's basically it for the controller, and that's the large pool. No, large pool is 128,400 gallons. That's how much water's in there. I didn't get to write it on the board like you wanted, Aaron. So I wanted to mention it before I close this out. So there you go. That takes care of the large pool. Remember when I was telling you guys about how to do the chemical testing with the chemical test there? This is where I get the water sample. So I just open this up. Right now it's not coming out because I'm backwashing, so normally it would pour out. So you'd fill up your little container, shut it off, boom. Once again, it didn't pour out this time because I'm backwashing, so it's sucked up. But it will normally pour out. All right, that'll take care of it for the large pool. I'll do the small pool next.